Hey YouTube, this is Zach with Achilles Financial, and we are back with another stock and review. And I know what you're thinking, for those of you who have been here for a while, is Zach, we talk about Bank of America like once a week. Why are we talking about it again? And I'm looking at you like, first off, it's still a great stock, still a great financial institution. And second, it's because our boy, Warren Buffett, just purchased another $800 million worth of Bank of America stock. So with that being said, I wanted to get a review because I had a conversation earlier today with a good friend of mine, and we were just discussing where do you start with a long-term portfolio? What stocks do you try and look at? How do you determine what do I need to do if I am new to stocks, and where do I need to be building my portfolio? And one thing that they always tell people when you're new to investing is don't put all your eggs in one basket, and that you need to be able to diversify. And while the intention there is good, and if you are starting investing with $100,000, I totally agree with that. I think that you are a new to investor, you're starting with a couple $100, or you're looking for places to put your money. I would pick one stock that you believe is going to be here 10 years from now, has a strong balance sheet, and pays a dividend. So the companies that kind of fit that criteria would be a Home Depot, a Walmart, a Microsoft, and a lot of the banking stocks. As you can see up here on the screen, over the past year, Bank of America has not been profitable, but over 5 years, we're still up nearly 34%. The reason that I showcase this is that the point of your long-term portfolio is not what has happened in the past month, past 3 months, but rather what are we looking at over a long period of time. The other key advantage here is that Bank of America currently pays a dividend of at or around 3%. The reason that I highlight that is the dividend is right at 18 cents a share. So let's take a look at why you don't need to just take my word for it. Because if you have 18 cents a share and you were someone like, say Warren Buffett, someone perchance who has just increased another 800 million. So as you can see, Bank of America is his second largest holding, and he actually just put in another 800 million. So this number right here is going to change. That means not only did that happen, but that means that he has around a total share price of, I believe it's 982 million. That means quarterly, let me repeat that, quarterly, 4 times a year, he's collecting an estimated $177 million in dividends from Bank of America Corporation. So if you don't believe in Main Street and you don't believe in the banking industry, kudos to you. But as you can see just from his top 10 holdings right here, that we've got U.S. Bancorp, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and Bank of New York Mellon. So this is just an instance where Buffett is continuing to build his position, and I think that there's a lot of volume for us to be able to look at that and build the position as well. However, I want to highlight that this is going to be a long-term investment. So what I have here on the screen is I'm just using Yahoo Finance to showcase the income statements from the past 4 quarters. As you can see here, the total revenue has stayed relatively consistent, with the first quarter starting to go up. However, as you can see when we go down here, that net income on a quarterly basis is starting to drop. The reason it was very good last year is because last year was the first time that we actually saw an increase in interest rates. Banks make money based off of the interest income. So what we're seeing is I do think that the price for the remainder of this year, as charge-offs increase, I do think that it's going to continue to be squeezed, but that just means it's a good time to build your position. Again, if you're a long-term investor and you are not investing or starting with $100,000, I would recommend building positions, in particular building positions in increments of 100 shares, so that you feel comfortable playing with options, so that you can build those out, as well as you are going to be able to get quarterly dividends with these stocks. So in particular, Bank of America, quarterly shares, if you have 100 shares right now, that would be $18 a quarter, which is going to come out to $72 a year. or in this instance, a potential another 3 shares, in which case every time you get another share, you will get more in dividends. So despite the fact that that revenue is being squeezed here, I do anticipate that they will continue to be profitable, continue paying a dividend, and there's still potential upside in the stock price in a future state. So as you can see, over the past 3 months, we have seen one big spike, but I want to reiterate that I'm not looking to just look at these and then sell them as soon as I build these positions, but rather I'm really targeting the fact that they have a dividend that may or may not appreciate. Again, I think that they've done a good job of growing their dividend with the stock price over the years, but they're strapped for cash right now and they want to hold that. I think in terms of the overall banking industry, they're a top performer with JP Morgan, but this gives me the opportunity to build out a 100 share position for $2,400 as opposed to JP Morgan, which currently trades around $100 to $110 a share depending on the day. So I like Bank of America. I like the strategy that I've outlined here of getting 100 shares to start your long-term portfolio position, and then it'll give you the ability to run covered calls on a weekly basis. So again, we're not looking for crazy jumps here, but an extra $5 to $10 a month or a week is something exciting to me. So if you're looking to trade options, if you are looking to build a long-term portfolio, or you're just here to talk stocks, please consider subscribing. It's free and it really helps support me. Also, if you made it this far, please drop a like below. Thank you everyone for your time today, and I appreciate it, and I will talk to you later. Thanks.